What's up, people? What's up, people? It is your boy Spasciz, and today, all the way from across the world, man. Session Loops, man. Introduce yourself, my man.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Session Loops. Everybody know that I speak very highly of you guys, and I have posted a couple videos with Session Loops, man. So you guys y'all have something very, very unique, man. Very unique. Something that I can't say that I've ever seen before, man. So it's something very unique about the setup that you guys have. So I wanted to let you guys explain like what you do and how you do it. How did you come up with it and the whole nine, man? So go for it, man.
yeah, man. Yeah, it's definitely something for original. Me and Jay, we worked together in the game company earlier, and we're in the audio team, and we are both musicians, and we just find it's so difficult for musicians to create new music.
Pretty cool
Yeah,
stuff, man.
so it's streaming, right?
Yeah, it is. You alive, man.
I mean, it's my first time, man.
I think we got him nervous, y'all.
What is going on? Yeah.
It's all right, man. It's all right,
Yeah,
man. We
keep
gonna
going.
we gonna get this thing going,
Yeah,
man.
so yeah, we just find that it's so difficult for people to create new music like in a very simple way. They'll have to plug in like real instrument like electric guitars to get like realistic guitar track. And if they want to do it without a guitar, and like they are not guitar player, or they just don't have the conditions to record a live guitar, they will have to like use some virtual instrument. And the virtual instrument in the market right now, they will sound like real guitar, right? So
Hmm.
I think most producers they tend to go online to like online sample libraries, like sample packs, and they download different like the guitars that somebody pre-recorded. But the problem about that is they are already recorded, and if the chord change or the effects or the position, the register won't work with their current project, they won't be able to fix the problem. So in this, uh, so because we find this problem, so we think just why not just make a sample library website, and people can just mess up with it, and just they can input different chord changes, effects, and they can drag different grooves, and so that they can just create the perfect loop for their project. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the idea.
yeah, man. And you know what's so wonderful about it is that a lot of loops that loop sound libraries or whatever you want to call them, like when you download it, you're stuck with the actual loop itself, and you kind of have to chop it your own way. But
Yeah.
with you guys being able to create different licks and different grooves and put them all together and then change the progression, man, that's a whole nother world of things, man, that I feel like is a whole lot more, be able to get more creative with what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people when people just like download samples from some like sample library, and yeah, they can chop them up, and they can like just create new stuff from the sample they downloaded. But I mean, there will be like situations where like when a singer songwriter they wrote a song, and the song implies certain chord change, right? Let's
Mm-hmm.
say a singer just wrote a song. It's like the chord change will be like 1 6 2 5 in the KFC, and they'll have to find the exact uh, loop that's actually playing 1 6 2 5. They
Right.
have to be the same chord change, and if not, not gonna like work together. And especially if you already have your bass track and you have every other instrument. Let's say if you are a keyboard player and you already have something on your keyboard, and you want to find something that work perfectly with your keyboard track, it's not gonna work if you just download random sample on the internet,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the thing.
And that was that was another thing that I like if you have a certain progression that you've already created, and now you're trying to find like a guitar loop or that will match that actual progression. Being able to dial that in with the guitar loops that y'all have is like it's unreal, man, because you can literally go in and dial it in yourself, and it matches already something that you already have like a creation on. Or if, like you said, if you're producing with a singer and there's like a certain progression that everybody feel is good for what they have written or something like that, then you can dial that in and make it fit what you're trying to do. That, man, to me, it's like one of a kind of thing. I don't think I've ever seen anybody like that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it before, man. When you guys first reached out to me, man, and I opened up Session Loops, and I was like, man, this is something else, man. As a matter of fact, like when I first
stuff, it's not like anything that's on the market.
Yeah, absolutely. When I first got it, I was playing around with it, and I said to myself, I said, man, this can't be real, man. This can't be how it's all set up.
Before we actually created the product, I was thinking if someone like makes something like this, I will definitely gonna use it because it's actually solve my like realistic problems.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are if you're in that mode and you need a guitar and you don't have nobody around that can play guitar, and you just find all you need is the one. Once you get the progression and being able to go back and find other loops and grooves and licks from other parts of it, man, that is unreal, man. I absolutely love that, man. I'll tell you this, man. Like, I work for Output also, and so I do arcade with Output, and so even in that, there's a way that you can do it with like a pitch control, but it's not to the part where you can dial in the progression and it just fits that exact way.
It's different aspect of music actually. They are like making more of the sound, the tone. I mean, yeah, maybe like different arrangements, and they can. I mean, it's still like you chop up a sample and you like reorganize it and to form a new music.
Right.
But it's not gonna like, it's not customized like the real customizable, because I mean, like I just said, if the music is already exist, it's not gonna just work for that particular music, right?
Right.
It's
Absolutely.
more like a creative process. If you like have nothing in your head and you want to explore and you want to like play around, and you can like come up with some real good stuff like from 0 to 1. But if you already have 1, you want to from 1 to 100, it's not gonna help that much,
Right.
because you already have something. The other stuff will have to work with this particular thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it, man.
Thing,
man, let me ask you this. So, where it is now, as far as you can tell me, as far as you can release to the world, what's the future of Session Loops? What does it look like?
Yeah, we actually, we are thinking about it, and we think really big actually, because for now, like on the market, there are different like music technology products. Like some of them are like sample library, like SpliceSounds.com and LoopCloud. They provide a huge amount of like music samples, and in that way, people can just have access to like unlimited music files, but they cannot like have things that they can just get full control of.
Right.
And on the other hand, there are also other products like Soundtrap and BandLab. I don't know if you are familiar with this product. And the Soundtrap and the BandLab, they are all like some kind of online DAW. So they can just make music, like use their web browsers. They don't have to install any DAW.
Right.
They can just use it like in a very portable way.
Mm-hmm.
So they will be able. So they don't need to like install like a ton of virtual instruments and like different things. And
Right.
yeah, I mean those stuff gonna like take all your hard drive, right?
Yes, it
So
does.
I mean, yeah, yeah. So if you're gonna use like Soundtrap or BandLab, you want to need to like install anything. You just open up your web browser and you just start create your music. It's gonna be great. I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah. In the technique aspect, this I mean, for now, this is the Web 2 uh, time age. So it's more like people are gonna like do things in the browser rather than do it like locally.
Right.
Because I mean, yeah, obviously, if you do it on in the browser, like it's gonna easy for people to cooperate with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we don't talk about music, if we talk about graphics, there
Right.
are already
Mm-hmm.
some like very big companies. They are already finished the thing. I mean, there are things like Canva and Figma. Canva, I think you know Canva because like so many musicians make album cover with Canva. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
so easy. Yeah, you don't need to like download the Photoshop. It's gonna be like several gigabytes. It's gonna be
No.
crazy. You just open up your browser and yeah, just visit the website and it's gonna be editing tool. You just like do a stuff. It's gonna be very easy and
Right.
very quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's like the future of the things. People will they don't need to like install everything. They if as long as they have their web browser, they will be able to finish every task they want to do. So music is also one of them. So people in the future, mm, they they shouldn't like still install like 4 or 5 DAWs to
Right.
like make music. And for me right now, yeah, I mean, I have Ableton Live, and I have
Yeah.
Logic, I have Pro Tools, and some of my friends use FL Studios. So in order to open their project, I have to have FL Studio. So I have actually 4 DAWs, and also Reaper. So because I use Reaper for my work, so I have 5 DAWs like just for making music. It's crazy.
Wow.
So in future, it's yeah, people shouldn't do this. They won't need to install any DAWs. They just open up their web browser. They'll be able to start making music. And for now, because there are already some company they are making online DAWs, the difference between there and us is that they only provide the tool, but the web technology is not good enough to like musicians to make music so easily like they do it locally.
Mm-hmm.
So we're actually doing it in a new way, just by providing their music materials and bring them a whole new method of making music. Like previously, they have to like wrote every note, uh, like the musically, so that they will like compose the whole music. So with our technique um, uh, combination, they will be able to just like they input their uh, chord progressions and the effects they want to use and like the different register of different instrument, and they just combine different things because in the future we are gonna also have synth pack and bass pack and like drums and everything, so they will be able to combine those things and yeah, just create music so easily. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. I have I have definitely enjoyed just kind of playing around with the all of the loops that you have on the platform because it's so many different things that you can come up with as you
Yeah.
play around with them, and you know the more and more, even with the it may be like a 4 bar loop and how you can cut it down maybe to a 2 bar and interject another 4 bar on the end of it that makes the whole thing. And just being able to set that up, being able to go in and really dissect and just even create your own library of loop combinations to add maybe for even a later time, because I do it a lot where I may not be creating at that moment, but I can go in and pick out some progressions or some loops that you have in there and have them saved for later on. If I want to use them later on, maybe I'm in a session and it calls for something like that, and I can just pull it up. Because even once you get it into the DAW, you can still even chop it from there. You can still even create from there. Maybe once you get to the DAW, maybe there's a part of it you don't need, but the other parts you do, which I think is one of those things that you can just create from. It's all about whatever you feel. But man, that progression, man, is top notch, man. That progression part of it, oh my gosh, man, that is amazing, man. So, man, kudos to you guys, man. Kudos to you guys, man. I can't wait to see where you guys go with it from here. And so what I want to do now, man, let's create something, bro. Let's do a little something, man. Let's see what we can come up with today.